guys, so it is November, and November means celebration month for a number of reasons. First of all, it's my birthday month, but also a lot of holidays start around this time of the year, so I have the perfect recipe for you. This is a no-bake chocolate tart. It only requires a handful of ingredients, and you can decorate it to make it a little bit more fancy, so it's the perfect centerpiece for your holiday evening or dinner. I hope you like this one as much as I do, and before we begin, I just want to let you know that the full printable recipe will be available on my blog at hotchocolatehits.com, so you don't need to make notes or anything, just enjoy the video. So let's get started. We're going to begin by making the crust, so you'll need around 200 grams or 2 cups of plain cookies. I'm using tea biscuits that you'll need to crush. Now I like to do this using a food processor, so just pulse the cookies until they resemble sand. You can also pop them into a Ziploc bag and crush them using a rolling pin if you don't have a food processor. Tip the crumbs into a bowl and pour in 100 grams or just under half a cup of unsalted butter that I just melted in the microwave, stirring after every 20 seconds or so, or until it was completely melted. Mix the ingredients together until smooth. Now I have here an 8-inch or 20 centimeter springform tin that I've greased with some butter. You can use a larger tin, but I wanted a taller tart, so I went with a smaller option. Tip the cookie rubble into the cake base and press it down and up the edges around 1 inch or 2 centimeters tall. It should be relatively thick too, so you can cut through it easily and it won't fall apart. Set aside the base, and now we're going to prepare the chocolate filling. I have here 300 grams of chocolate. I'm using a combination of milk and dark. Now I'm going to bring 300 ml of heavy cream to a boil. I do this in the microwave too, and I place it there for around 1 to 2 minutes. You can also heat it up using the stovetop. Pour the hot heavy cream over the chocolate. So let the mixture sit for around 30 seconds. And also add in 1 teaspoon of instant espresso powder. Now this is optional, but I find that it really brings out the flavor of the chocolate. And then you can give it a stir using a whisk. It'll look slightly curdled at first, but it will come together and yield a smooth chocolate ganache. To the chocolate mixture, I'm also adding in 50 grams or roughly a quarter cup of unsalted butter. You can also toss in a pinch of salt here. I think I might have forgotten, but salt and chocolate go beautifully together, so I would highly recommend adding a tiny touch of salt. Stir the ganache until the butter is completely emulsified, meaning it should be melted into the chocolate. When it's nice and velvety, you can either pour the ganache into the prepared tart shell, but I'm gonna do something a little different today. I wanted a bit of a bolder finish, and because it's so easy and you have the time, why not? So I chilled the mixture for several hours, or until it was firm and pipeable. Now just note that this is also the same recipe I use to make chocolate truffles, so in case you prefer that over the tart, you can use the same recipe and just roll the ganache into balls. For a better set of instructions on how to make chocolate truffles, you can watch the salted caramel chocolate whiskey truffle recipe. So then I placed the ganache mixture into a piping bag fitted with a 1 M-star nozzle and pipe rosettes into the tart shell for a bolder finish. Keep piping those rosettes into the tart shell or until all the ganache mixture has been used up. Now I also like to chill the tart for around an hour before serving it, just so that it's set up properly. This tart is super easy to work with. It's a rich, decadent chocolate dessert that can be enjoyed in small slices, perhaps with some fresh fruit, or by itself, or maybe with a dollop of some cream. Some members of my family have told me that there is too much chocolate in this tart, if there is such a thing. If you are also of that opinion, you might like to reduce the amount of ganache that you use in the tart. But if you're like me, then this is just perfect. The buttery exterior has a subtle flavor which pairs wonderfully with the decadent, rich chocolate interior. If you're looking for an elegant and beautiful showstopper, this recipe is for you. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed learning how to make this chocolate tart. Now, if you give this recipe a try, I'd love to know how it turns out. So you can leave your comments down below, or you can post a picture on your Instagram and tag me. I'm at Hot Chocolate Hits, or Facebook, also at Hot Chocolate Hits. If you like this video and you want to see more, first of all, it would really help me if you gave me a thumbs up. And then you can also subscribe to the channel for more recipes like this. And I will see you next time. Bye-bye.